Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to my Wednesday matinee. New York on Sunday, big city taking a nap. Slow down, it's Sunday, life's a ball, let it fall right in your lap. If you've got troubles, just take them out for a walk. They'll burst like bubbles in the fun of a Sunday in New York. You can spend time without spending a dime, watching people watch people pass. Later you pause and in one of the stores, there's that face next to yours in the glass. Two hearts stop beating, you're both too breathless to speak. Love smiles her greeting, and the dream that has seen you through the week comes true on Sunday in New York. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Wednesday in New York. It's not Sunday, but it is the afternoon. It's a lovely day outside. Well, sort of a lovely day. I mean, I feel like here in New York, we can only get one really nice day at a time, and then it gets overcast and cold again, and we're all the way at the end of April, and it still feels like it's February to me. But hopefully that'll change with this new month coming up. We're going to have just one more month, almost the end of April. Didn't April feel like it was about a year long? I know it did for me, but we're almost leading up to May, and I'm very happy to be back for you on my second quarantine matinee at home concert on Wednesday afternoon. And I want to thank all of you that were here last week, all of you who listened and wrote me and contributed, and all of that. It's really a great honor and pleasure, and it makes me feel so good that I've got a lot of listeners out there and a lot of fans and a lot of friends. So I hope that you enjoy some of the songs I've chosen for you today. That first song, Sunday in New York, was written by Peter Nero and Carol Coates. It's from a 1963 movie starring Jane Fonda and Cliff Robertson and Rod Taylor called Sunday in New York. And this next, I thought, you know, who better to do but Cy Coleman is always a winner for me. So here's a little medley of two songs that Cy Coleman and Carolyn Lee wrote together. Though now and then your problems fall within the errant mate department, forget the transatlantic call. Don't notify the State Department, for when on foreign shores I am, very truly yours I am. But if inclined to play, I am, dear heart, that's the way I am. When in Spain, for reasons I don't explain, I remain enjoying a brew. Don't deplore my I'm making a brief detour with somebody new. It's just that when in Rome, I do as the Romans do. And though from Italy I lied to you prettily, why think of me bitterly? You know that I'm true. Except now and then in Rome, I get that old yen in Rome. And naturally when in Rome, I do as the Romans do. If I ride happily, best wishes from Napoli. Don't cable me snappily to tell me we're through. 'Cause once again in Rome, in somebody's den in Rome, well, pussycat den in Rome, I do as the Romans. Disregard the signs and the omens. When in Rome, I do as the Romans do. Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. Doesn't get much better than that, I have to say. I love Cy Coleman. If you've seen me perform live at Birdland or at any other clubs, I always try to include a little Cy Coleman in all of my shows. And I'm going to be doing a lot more Cy Coleman in the shows to come, because clearly there are going to be shows to come. This is a whole new frontier that we're pioneering, us artists here, because there are no clubs and theaters to work at. So we're trying to figure it all out. So many people are putting good content out there, and so this is my contribution. And speaking of contribution, I'm not above asking for contribution, because there are no gigs out of town. So anything you can do to help me keep this going and show me some love, I love doing it. And please, there's no obligation to do so, but there were many of you who were very, very generous last week, and it does mean a lot. It means more than you could possibly know. So I happen to make this handy sign. There are two ways that you could contribute. One is via an app called Venmo, and you can find me there at Billy-Stritch, S-T-R-I-T-C-H. And then the other way is via PayPal, and that's just at bstritch@yahoo.com. So feel free to go to either one of those places and throw into my virtual tip jar. Some of these songs that I'm doing this week have been requests that I received over the week, and I will be looking at the comments as we get out of the show. Right after the show, actually, I like to go and read your comments. If you have requests for next week or comments about it, or if you'd like to write me privately, you can find me on Facebook. And I'm going to try to honor as many requests as I can. There's a lot of music to get to. This next song is a song that I've been singing for a long time. My friend Clea Blackhurst and I did a Hoagie Carmichael show, and we recorded an album of Hoagie stuff. This is a song that she sings on the album, but she's not here, so I'm going to sing it for you today. If I can find the lyrics to, I just need the lyrics to the verse, because the verse is such a nice setup. This song was written in 1938 by Ned Washington and Hoagie Carmichael. Kind of takes on a special, different meaning during this time that we're in now. Why do I just wither and forget all resistance when you and your magic walk by? I am in a dither, dear, when you are at a distance, but when you are near, oh my. It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When I'm in your arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams come true. I need no soft lights to enchant me, if you will only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight, and to feel in the night Logie Carmichael. The Nearness of You. That's a great song, isn't it? And that's a real high note at the end. Need water for that. Anyway, doing the best I can here in the afternoon on a Wednesday in New York. Yes, that was a request. This next song I'm going to do for you also is a request. My Facebook friend, Jay Maynard, reminded me the other night that yesterday was Blossom Dearie's birthday. And I was such a fan. I know a lot of you out there love Blossom Dearie. She was one of a kind, a fantastic pianist, and then that fantastic voice. I mean, you can hear her sing two notes and you know that it's Blossom Dearie. She did a lot of great songs for with Bob DeRoe on Schoolhouse Rock. But if you don't know her, well, anyone watching me knows who that is. But if you don't know her, look her up. But this is a song that Blossom wrote with Johnny Mercer in 1975. This is also kind of takes on a new meaning in this era of social distancing. I think I've been thinking a lot about comments about people walking or people jogging in the park or walking in the park, and it's like, hey, back up, don't get so close, because people have to really be aware of their space. And so it can get a little, everybody needs to chill out, but it can get a little crazy out there. So I just think about that when I'm singing this song. I've never sung this song, but I've loved it. I've known it for a long time. So thank you, Jay, for the request. Blossom Dearie and Johnny Mercer. Everywhere you go, I think you ought to know I'm shadowing you. Turn around and find I'm just a step behind. I'm shadowing you. You lug, you, I wouldn't bug you except wherever I can. You see, love, you are to me, love, the indispensable man. Like I said before, I'm camping at your door, I'm shadowing you. There'll be no escape, I'm getting out the tape and video too. In Venice, I'll be a menace in your Italian hotel. In Paris, I will embarrass you on the Rue de Chapelle. If you do decide you want to be my bride, the deed'll be done. Both of us will be so independently, we will live on the run, picketing for every cause, fighting all unjust laws, happy as can be, just you, the Secret Service, and me. I'm camping at your door, I'm shadowing you. There'll be no escape, I'm getting out of tape and video too. In Venice, I'll be a menace in your Italian hotel. In Paris, I will embarrass you on the Rue de Chapelle. If you do decide you want to be my bride, the deed'll be done. Both of us will be so independent, we will live on the run, picketing for every cause, fighting all unjust laws, happy as can be, happy as can be, happy as can be, just you, J. Edgar Hoover, and me. I'm shadowing you, shadowing you. fun song, right, from 1975, Blossom Dearie and Johnny Mercer. I remember years ago, a great pianist named Richard Rodney Bennett, who a lot of us adored and loved, told me a story about hearing. He was in, I think, Japan, and he was hearing a group that was singing a lot of great jazz stuff, but of course they had learned everything phonetically, so some of it worked better than other. And when they got to the line, if you do decide you want to be my bride, the deed'll be done, they sang, if you do decide you want to be my bride, the deedly-dum, which is kind of funny, I think. The deedly-dum, why not? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that song. All right, I got two people, two really good friends of mine, my friend Lori Kramer and my friend Stephen Colburn out in LA. Both requested this really, really fun song that I've been singing for about 5 years now. My friend Jim Caruso and I put together a Frank Sinatra show back in whenever his 100th birthday was. I think that was maybe 2015 now. And what'd you say?
I said Jim's 100?
Yeah, Jim's 100. Yeah, it was Jim's 100th birthday. No, it wasn't Jim's. It was Frank Sinatra's 100th. Anyway, and this is a song that Sinatra introduced in 1946. It was written by Bob Hilliard and Dick Miles, and there's a third verse that I like to do, and the lyrics are written on the third verse by the great Bob Dorough, who sadly passed away just a couple of years ago. This song was also recorded by Julie Wilson. Shout out for Julie Wilson, because we adored Julie. Anyway, this is called, I'm going to take a drink of water before I sing it. I'm going to hold up my sign again before I sing it. If you do decide you want to send me some money, Venmo at Billy-Stritch and PayPal at bstritch@yahoo.com. It's much appreciated, believe me. So this is for Lori and for Stephen, but it's for all of you. This is called The Coffee Song. Coffee beans grow by the billions, so they got to find a lot of cups to fill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You can't get cherry soda, cause they got to fill their quota, and the way things are, I guess they never will. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. No tea or tomato juice, you'll see. No potato juice for the planters down in Santa So say no, no, no. A politician's daughter was accused of drinking water and was fined a great big $50 bill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You date a girl and find out later she smells like a percolator. Her perfume was brewed right on the grill. They could percolate the ocean in Brazil. And when they're having eggs, neat savor coffee ketchup, give some flavor. Coffee pickles far outsell the dill. They put coffee in the coffee in Brazil. No siree, no tea or tomato juice for the planters down in Santa So say no, no, no. So you'll add to the local color, drinking coffee with a crawler. Dunking doesn't take a lot of skill. They got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. Not done yet. This is the verse that Bob Dorough wrote. Goes high and higher, still I call my local buyer, tell him that I'll pay, I always will. A very special brand of coffees from Brazil. Now other folks are drinking chocolate fizz and fazz and other pop, but I still have to have my caffeine thrill. I gotta have that special coffee from Brazil. do. The coffee song. That's a lot of words, I have to say, but I'm happy to sing them. It's a lot of fun. From 1946. And as I mentioned before, that song was also recorded and sung by our great, dearly departed, wonderful angel up there, Julie Wilson, who I loved for a long time, and I know a lot of you watching feel just as affectionate about Julie. We miss her greatly. Julie had a wonderful partner when she worked, especially at the Algonquin, and I saw her at the Fairmont Hotel in Dallas and clubs all over. She always just worked with piano, and that's all she needed, because she had a fantastic pianist named William Roy, and he was a friend of mine too. He was just an angel. He was such a talented pianist. He was truly, you hear people say he's a one-man band. Billy was a one-man band. Nobody swung like he swung. He just had that great New York, sophisticated kind of 50s sound. You know, it's just what you wanted to hear. Always made me happy to hear him play. And he was also a wonderful songwriter. And so, you know, when I go out with my dogs in the park, I always put on my earbuds and I just say, Siri, play my music. And I've got like 11,000 songs on my phone. And sometimes things pop up that I didn't even know I had, things that I'd forgotten totally about. And this song popped up for me a few days ago, and I kind of stopped dead on my tracks. It was sung by Mabel Mercer, and I feel like perhaps Billy wrote this song for Mabel Mercer in 1969, and Mabel Mercer sang it in her second town hall concert with Bobby Short, and that's the recording I have. I'm not sure if there's other recordings of it. I asked my friend Michael Levine to try to track it down, and he was the one that actually confirmed that Billy Roy had written the song. It's kind of what I thought, but he was able to make the confirmation. But you know, no sheet music that we know of exists to it. So not only did I listen to it a few times, but I kind of transcribed it too. I don't want to. I'm just going to sing it for you now. It's got a very poignant lyric. It's called "The World Today." Swift winds are flying, soldiers are marching, voices are crying, what shall we do? Cities have fallen, winter is calling, sunsets are barren, but I love you. The world today is in a madness. We've said goodbye to all our merry youth, and in the midst of bitterness and sadness, we've only time to tell the truth. Days now are fleeting, time ever teasing, turns every greeting to an adieu. Planets have shaken, each dawn will darken as we awaken, and I love you. What we have found, though the world fall around us, is simple and sound, and all that is true. Each broken starling we can atone for. Come to me, darling, come be my own, darling, come be my own, for I sweet song written by Billy Roy called The World Today. This next song is a song by Johnny Mercer, words and music. And my good buddy Chris Smith requested this last night. I was looking for like a up-tempo song to kind of throw into this slot of the show. And I was reading my comments, and lo and behold, he requested this song. So I'm very happy to do it for you. This is Johnny Mercer from 1954, originated by Fred Astaire in the film called Daddy Longlegs. Something's gotta give. When an irrepressible smile such as yours warms an old implacable heart such as mine, don't say no because I insist. Somewhere, somehow, someone's gonna be kissed. So on guard, who knows what the fates have in store from their vast, mysterious sky. I'll try hard, ignoring those lips I adore. But how long can anyone try? Fight, 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 fight it with all of our might. Chances are some heavenly star-spangled night we'll find out as sure as we live. Some's gotta give, some's gotta give, some's gotta give. Something's Gotta Give, Johnny Mercer. Thank you, Chris, for that request. So, a lot of you asked me this week about Linda Lavin because, you know, we first started this series together and we did 5 shows together. And last week she took the week off, and but she's coming back. We're doing a special show for you Friday, 2 days from now, at the same time, at the same place, at 3 o'clock, a special May Day concert to celebrate the beginning of a new month and to say goodbye to the old month of April that seemed to last a year. So we're excited about that. We're going to be putting together some great songs for that show. So Linda Lavin and I will be singing for you in 2 days' time. So please watch that. And also I wanted to make an announcement that that I'm losing my voice. No. I'm going to be moving. I'm going to be continuing to do these shows because I'm really enjoying them. I'm enjoying the requests. I'm enjoying the chance to learn new material and to revisit some material that I haven't done in a long time. And it's just a great outlet for me. But I'm going to change my time. I'm going to start doing these shows beginning next week at Thursday at 8 o'clock. Thursday at 8 o'clock because I feel like nighttime might be a little bit better. We're going to celebrate with special cocktails and special requests. And I'm going to call it Billy's Place. And so look for that. I'll be putting out lots of information about that in the coming week. But I'm excited about continuing this series of solo shows. And they will start up for me a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, May 7th, which also happens to be Doug Major's birthday. And so we'll be singing a special birthday song for him for sure. Doug is my producer and partner, and I would not like to be doing any of this without him here. And so we're going to celebrate him on his birthday next Thursday with the premiere of my evening show. So I hope that you'll tune in for me then. This next song is a beautiful song that I also got a request for. I sing it in my show devoted to the music of Mel Torme, which I've been doing for quite a long time, and I've actually recorded it in an album called Billy Stritch Sings Mel Torme. It took me a long time to come up with that title, but this is a song written by Oscar Hammerstein and Jerome Kern from 1937. Many men with lofty aims strive for lofty goals. Others play at smaller games, being simpler souls. I am of the latter brand. All I want to do is to find a plot of land and live there with you. Someday we'll build a home on a hilltop high, you and I, shiny and new, a cottage that two can fill, and we will be pleased to be called the folks who live on the hill. Someday we may be adding a thing or two, a wing or two. We will make changes as any family will, but we will always be called the folks who live on the hill. Our veranda will command a view of meadows green, the sort of view that seems to want to be seen. And when the kids grow up and leave us, we'll sit there watching the same old view, just we two, Darby and Joan, who used to be Jack and Jill, the folks who love folks who live on the hill. Jerome Kern, Oscar Hammerstein. It's a beautiful song. Mel called that his favorite family love song, and I heard him sing that many times, and I just love it. Music and lyrics, I think it's pretty perfect. So one more time for this, I'm just going to hold this up one more time and let you know that if you've enjoyed this and you feel so inclined to tip me, to throw me a little something for your enjoyment, you can do it two ways, via Venmo at Billy-Stritch or PayPal at bstritch@yahoo.com. And I look forward to reading your comments and your messages this week in helping me to put together next week's show and future shows. I'm planning to do a lot more Cy Coleman. I'm kicking around the idea of maybe doing a Gershwin show. Certainly more Brazilian stuff and Rodgers and Hart and all the music that we love. So I've got a ton of music. I've got stacks of music and songs that I've always kind of had a mind to learn, and boy, now's the time to learn new songs. So, and also one more time, let me tell you again that I'll be back here in this same place 2 days from now at 3 o'clock with my good buddy Linda Lavin doing our special May Day show. Let's see, have I forgotten anything else? Doug, have I forgotten to say anything?
No, that's good.
I think we're good, okay. And so funny, we got the puppies here. They're running underfoot, and it's so sweet. So I'm very grateful for Doug and for the dogs and for all of you for 45 minutes today to watch. Here's a song, here's one of those songs that I did years and years ago in one show. I did a show at the now sadly departed a long time, the Firebird Cafe. I did a show there at the very beginning of the year 2000, and I did this show and I've never done it again. And it was written in 1967 by Al Stillman and Robert Allen. Those may not sound like household names to you, but those guys wrote It's Not For Me To Say. They wrote Chances Are. They wrote Home for the Holidays. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. They were quite a team. They had lots of success for Johnny Mercer and Perry Como and singers like that in the 50s and 60s. So this is a song they wrote in 1967, and I believe that, well, it was definitely recorded and sung by Carol Burnett, who just had a birthday a few days ago, one of my favorite people in the world. So I'm going to leave you with this song. This is called In the Meantime. Before I was born, a lot of things happened. A lot of things happened, but not to me. Before I was born, a lot of things happened that I didn't happen to see. And after I'm gone, a lot of things will happen. A lot of things will happen. Oh Lord, amen. And after I'm gone, a lot of things will happen that I won't know about then. But in the meantime, all I'm given is this in-between time for some loving and some living. I gotta do it in the time I'm given. Meantime, love happened. A lot of love happened, I'm well aware. Before I was born, a lot of love happened that I didn't happen to share. And after I'm gone, a lot of love will happen. A lot of love will happen, there is no doubt. And after I'm gone, a lot of love will happen that I'll be doing without. But in the meantime, all I'm giving is the in-between time for some loving and some living. I gotta do it in the time I'm given. Meantime may mean nothing to posterity, but in the meantime, doing nothing sure is a worrying me. All I'm giving is this in-between time for my loving and my living. I gotta do it in the time I'm given. Meantime may mean nothing to posterity, but in the meantime, doing nothing sure is a worrying. My time is hurrying, sure is worrying me. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself in the meantime, and I'll see you real soon.